been through your political work in conferences and so forth and so on. We wishing you well. And you are all welcome into this meeting. Can we then observe a moment of silence for mediation or prayer? Thank you very much. Can we have apologies, Nosipo?
Yes, Chairperson, there's an apology for Minister Mr. Mchunu. He is in Port Elizabeth attending a strategy workshop, so he won't be part of this meeting. Also, there's an apology for Deputy Minister Mr. Mahlobo. He is in Limpopo on an oversight visit, so he has requested to leave the meeting earlier. Then the committee member, Mr. Hendricks, will join the meeting later. That is all, Chairperson.
What does leaving the meeting earlier mean to Mr. Mahlobo? Are we not, is he not going to be virtual?
My understanding, Chairperson, he will be part of the meeting, but he might leave before the meeting ends. But he's not at the platform at the moment.
Okay. I suppose the virtual meetings is made for purposes of people to attend wherever they are. Of course, but if he's doing oversight, he might be in and out of some villages. We'll hear from him as and when he comes. Is that the only 3 apologies?
Yes, Chairperson, that's all.
Okay, thanks a lot. Is there any other member who might want to say something? Anything in apologies, say for the written ones? Oh, none. Okay, let's get into item 3. Item 3 then. You remove the agenda now.
Sorry, Chairperson.
But I'm sure the item is the presentation by the Department of Water and Sanitation.
Yes, Chairperson.
Deputy Minister Makadzi, I'm sure you are the only departmental head that can present to us the report.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. Let me greet all honorable members led by yourself in Parliament. Also greet the officials from the Department of Water and Sanitation led by the Director General, Dr. Sean Phillips, and indicate to yourself, Chairperson, that as has already been indicated, the Minister and the Deputy Minister are on oversight on matters of water. Just an indication of the seriousness that we are taking issues, but also to say, Chairperson, to the women on the platform and the women of the Republic of South Africa, Happy Women's Month. And would want to just pick up one word from the celebration theme, that the resilience of the women of South Africa is one of the things that we have to celebrate, particularly in the...
Join the meeting, but it might leave before it ends.
Sis Nancy, please.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. I wanted to indicate that the women of South Africa has got resilience, and talking to issues of water and sanitation, the resilience that is there can be seen because we're still seeing women who goes to the rivers. We see women who goes to the bushes to go and relieve themselves. They go to the rivers to go fetch water for the household chores. And these are the indications that women still are very resilient, and we believe that as we turn the economy around, we definitely will be able to give opportunities to the women, but not forgetting the women who paved the way, their bravery that has brought us to where we are today. We will be talking to matters of the floods that ravage KZN. And as I'm talking to issues of women, lest we forget what really happened in KZN, particularly for the women, who actually, some of them are still found wanting in the community halls, some of them still struggling to get water. With the challenges of the wastewater treatments which were broken, and the challenges of the water treatment works, which actually was still building back to make sure that we can be able to have this infrastructure coming back to normality. And I believe that, Chairperson, as we will be talking to the issues of the floods in KZN, floods in the Eastern Cape and the Northwest Province, we should also not forget that we are speaking about the floods, but South Africa is a very challenged country. In one instance, we are talking to issues of floods, and in another instance, we'll be talking to issues of drought. And these are the things that we have to start working and collaborating in all, with all the people, to say a combination of the floods and the drought, how do we as South Africans deal with? But what becomes very important is that we need to look at the challenges of the climate change and start working, start educating, start capacitating ourselves on this matter, so that in the end, we can be able to mitigate the issues of the floods. Chairperson, we will be talking to the issues of KZN, speaking to the challenges that have been there in several districts, including the metro of eThekwini. But I believe that much work has been done. And we believe that there is still more work to be done with regard to revitalization of and the refurbishing of the infrastructure, and building back the infrastructure throughout the country, not only in KZN, but our focus now is on KZN. Chairperson, if you allow me, let me call on the Director General of the Department of Water and Sanitation, who will be able to give us the insightful progress to date with respect to the floods in KZN. And I believe that it definitely will be through the engagement with the portfolio committee. You will be able as a portfolio committee to guide us. And as a portfolio committee, we believe that most of the things that we might have omitted through commission or omission, you will be able to guide us as to going forward, because it becomes very important that we deliver the services to the people of the Republic of South Africa. And through you, Honorable Mashiko, let me request that the Director General of the Department of Water and Sanitation, Dr. Phillips, make a presentation to the portfolio committee. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
DM, just a minute, DG. Thanks, DM. I think I overlooked just to say to even just in this Women's Month that in the morning we'll wake up to a report that former Member of Parliament Veiti Mentor has Action SA, but he was once a member of this parliament. And I think we really need to also put family and friends into the prayers that we said earlier on, even his party, the Action SA. With
Thank
that in
you.
mind, yes, DG, DM.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. That really is one of those things that one had skipped, but having a leader like former Honorable Member Feki, who has been one of those gallant soldiers in the ANC, we really dip our banner and condolences to the family.
Thanks, DG.
Thank you very much, Chairperson and Deputy Minister, and good morning, all honourable members and colleagues. With your permission, Chairperson, I'd like to request our director from our KZN regional office, Angela Maysfield, to make the presentation. Angela has been closely involved on a major time basis in the response to the floods since they first started occurring. Angela?
Thank you, DG, and good morning to the Honourable Chairperson, Deputy Minister and members of the committee. I'm just flighting my presentation, which will cover this morning the water and sanitation services status, focusing on eThekwini, which was the region most severely impacted by the floods. I will look at the progress with reinstatement of some of the major projects that still interrupt water and sanitation services, as well as looking at the beach water quality and progress with reinstatement of wastewater works. The funding applications that have been made will be looked at and some conclusions and recommendations presented. To start with the raw water supply interruptions, a large portion of eThekwini was impacted by a reduction in available water supply because of the infrastructure that was damaged, which are two large pipelines, which we call aqueducts, supplying water from the Nagel Dam to the Durban Heights water treatment works. This is infrastructure owned by Mgeni Water, which is the bulk water provider, providing eThekwini municipality with water. This reduced supply from that works from about 600 megalitres a day down to 250 megalitres a day with the wash away of those two pipelines. The second major impact in the area which persists was the wash away and damage of the Tongaat water treatment works, which is infrastructure owned and operated by the eThekwini municipality. So those are the two bulk water issues that we will look at today. To go into more detail on the Durban Heights, the supply was reduced from 600 megalitres a day to about 250 megalitres a day with the wash away of those aqueducts on the 12th of April. Immediately, alternative raw water supply to Durban Heights was implemented through pumping from Ananda Dam. At that stage, only two pumps were available, and there was a deficit of about 70 megalitres a day from that treatment plant. The third pump was brought online in July, on the 24th of July, and this increased the supply and reduced the deficit to only about 20 megalitres a day. A fourth pump has also been brought online, which should be in place in the next 2 weeks or so, and then a further fifth pump will be brought in to ensure that there's more resilience in the system. Aqueducts 3 and 4 are operational. There was a 5.
Angela.
Yes.
Angela.
Yes, Chair.
Your slide is not moving.
Okay, I'm not moving yet, Chair. I will in a second.
Oh, you're just talking. Okay, that's fine.
Aqueducts 3 and 4 are still operational. There was a 5-day shut on Aqueduct 3 to repair a leak, and this has enabled an increased supply of raw water to the treatment plant. The raw water supply with 3 pumps working delivers about 550 megalitres to the city a day. This is still short of the 600 that was being supplied prior to the floods. To show you that graphically, you will see the drop in supply from the works in April and then again in May with the second flood. And the third dip that you see on the graph is in July with that aqueduct shut. They'll see that the averaging about 550, which is